Hello, hello, welcome all to Silksong.
We're back.
Part two.
Part two Silk, two Song.
Two Silk, Two Song. You thought you got away
Uh,
from the references to the Fast and Furious franchise, and you were bad and wrong for thinking that.
Can I say a secret, guys? I never watched all the Fast and the Furious movies. I've only seen
for
maybe half of them.
shame.
Can I tell you? Can I've got you. We've talked about this on stream before. I have seen two Fast and Furious films. I have seen the first Fast and Furious, and I have seen Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
And that is the full
Which-
Venn diagram of my exposure. I have seen a deeply sidestepped tie-in to the Fast and franchise where they do fight a cyborg. Like, that's the main thing that's about. And then I've seen
And-
the first one where they're stealing VCRs. And I don't know how I'm meant to
Yeah.
feel about that.
In my recollection, Hobbs and Shaw had sort of a lasting impact on you. I remember you watching it and then coming over and talking at length about a particular scene that sort of resonated.
Yeah, there's a scene in Hobbs and Shaw where a car is in a tug of war with a helicopter, and then it seems like they're really about to lose, and then a car pulls up behind them, and a cool hook attaches that car to the car behind it, and the person's like, "I've got you, brother," and then that happens 5 more times with 5 different
Yes.
cars that all have latches that let you attach infinite weight to your car, and that cuts inside to a man who you have not seen before in the film who says, "Don't worry, cuz." And I thought about that for I think 3 days after it, because it was
Yes.
I think it might have inspired scheduling conflicts to some degree, because the absolute guts to first movie in a new theoretical franchise be like, yeah, we're gonna treat it like every single character, this is their 10th movie. It resonated with me. It felt powerful in a way
It was
that
very fun.
yeah.
It's all about that power family.
Yeah,
It's-
Vin Diesel
it's
would
more
always
than-
say that.
It's not even friendship anymore, it's family.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
protracted scene in that film. Spoilers for Hobbs and Shaw. There's a protracted scene in that film where a large Pacific Islander family reveals that due to deep ties to their past history, they refuse to carry guns. And then they open a giant bulkhead door, and it's revealed that they have a seemingly boundless number of traditional weapons from their culture that they just had up in like cool gun racks, and we're all just supposed to be like, yeah, no, for sure, dog. And then they fight a bunch of dudes with like cyborg assault guns and they win. And I don't go watch Hobbs and Shaw. If you've never seen another
It's a
Fast and
trip.
Furious movie, honestly, don't watch any of the others. It won't help you. It won't help you at all to understand
No.
it. Except for maybe to understand who Hobbs and or Shaw is, I still can't figure
Even
it
that,
out.
I don't think you really need to know.
It's just two guys. I when I watched the first Fast and Furious, I was positive one of them would show up, and neither Jason Statham nor Dwayne the Rock Johnson made any appearance at all.
They're in like movie 7.
I know now.
They introduce them. It's crazy.
Because I've told so many people about this adventure. I have a similar Dragon Ball experience. I have seen Dragon
oh
Ball.
my god.
I've seen Dragon Ball Z Broly, and I have seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, and that's near as I can
Big
tell.
Broly guy.
Near as I can tell,
Yeah.
Broly's the most
Broly's
important
pretty
character. Like, as far as I'm concerned, he might be the main character. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. That Goku
In
guy
those
seems
movies.
important, but Broly's right there. All right, we should jump in. Let's start. Michael
Yeah.
has been tearing through Silksong,
I
disturbed
see
only by the
41
cruelty
hours.
that is work.
I do have 41 hours on my main playthrough.
So was that
Um,
11 more hours from last time?
Probably around there. Maybe a little bit more. I absolutely love this game. It's so much fun. I don't think it's a spoiler for anyone because it's just the name of a boss. I've beat Lace in the cradle. That is what I just did in my main playthrough.
And that'll mean something to a viewer. A viewer's going to be like, and they're going to nod
Well,
knowingly. I
It'll
believe.
mean a little bit to everyone because in our playthrough, our hour and 52 minutes, I beat Lace here.
Lace and Silk. What's next? I feel like there's sort of a thread here. Thread?
A thread?
Thread?
Thread? All right, we're in. We're in. I'm in. I'm sold. We're gonna buy the game. I'm trying to think of other. Oh, another big one. I will say I have joined Michael in the feverishly playing a new game crew. Borderlands 4 came out.
Oh, what do you think about that?
I think here's my review. Wow.
We're off to a bang up start.
It's gonna take a second. I tried to double jump.
I see.
Oh yeah, you don't have double
double
jump in our playthrough. Here's what I have to say. The gameplay, the characters, everything so far is really good, solid, a nice blend of comedy and sincerity, a return to form from a series that had a troubled previous entry. The menu was designed by a space alien who has never played a video game or held a PS5 controller, and I know that for a fact. It was they found a hedgehog, they hooked it up to like brain equipment, and they had the hedgehog do it. I've gotten adjusted to it pretty quickly. It's just there's not a single intuitive thing about the menu to the game. I have to assume the first patch is just going to be an entirely new UI, and I'm excited for that patch to eventually come through. But no, it's been super duper fun. That was annoying for like... This is where I disagree with a lot of people online about it. For me, it was annoying for 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh, now I know how to work it. I know there's a lot of people on Reddit that are like, this game is unplayable. I have to filter the guns every time I open it. And I'm like, yeah, but if you have to do it every time you open it, aren't you used to doing it by now? Like, haven't you gotten... isn't it kind of muscle memory for you by now? I hope. What are we doing? What are we getting into?
But what about on the cool scale for the game, beyond UI?
Very high on the cool scale. The guns are cool. The bad guys are cool. There's a lot of collectibles, which is, kind of a mixed bag for me. But I just did the first vault, and that was super fun, and the boss was super cool. I think it's pretty killer so far. I think it's fairly high on the cool scale.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're liking the story so far.
Oh yeah, it's a very solid, like, we're doing a new game, new planet, new story. You know what I mean? It's doing a good job of just being like, nope, we're here now. That I enjoy. There's a kind of, and there is a little bit of what I appreciate about the series. There's a little bit of tongue in cheek, like, there's a little bit in the dialogue of basically characters admitting, hey, the last game we got a little lost in the sauce, lore-wise. Our bad. Is kind of in the DNA of the game in a way that I think is pretty funny.
Is Claptrap in the game?
Oh, yeah. Claptrap so far, and I'm like a good few hours in, although Spencer knows I don't leave a zone of a game until I have all of the collectibles in that zone. If I can't find one, I Google it quick to make sure it's not a part of a quest. If it's part of a quest, I move on. So I move through games very slow, which is how I like it. I have terrible news for people who hear that and they're like, that's boring. You're probably just still young. It's nice to take it at a bit of a gentler pace.
I just want to point on screen. I think this plays really cool.
Is that the
really
boss?
That's a boss.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
Who's to really say?
I know
cool
a hint.
robot in the background.
I know a hint at a boss when I see one. Yeah, I don't know. It's So what did you ask though? Oh, is Claptrap in it?
Claptrap was in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it, and immediately he's had like 6 side quests already. There's quite a bit of Claptrap in this game. Like each area has 1 or 2 Claptrap quests.
Wow.
It's so funny to be like, let's make it an annoying NPC, and then they're like, let's make him in every game and integral to every plot.
And you know what's fucked up is how well it works on me. I love Claptrap. I think Claptrap fucking rules. I have one of the only pieces of like video game memorabilia that I have. Where is he right now? I think he's in the living room right now. I have a Claptrap model. Like I have a little Claptrap figure, and it's the only one that I have. Just because I I have that, and I have some D&D ones. Oh, and I've got your boy from not from Howl's Moving Castle, from it's another flying one. Castle in the Sky.
Castle in the Sky. Yeah.
And then I've got Bone Man because it's almost Halloween. But yeah, no, I fucking love Claptrap, dude. I think he's so funny.
I don't have any game memorabilia behind me. For viewers at home, my background's blurred out right now because we're moving, and it looks awful right now. Like, it does not look good,
True
so I'm not
followers,
showing
people
it.
that are really into our series and everything that we do will know that Spencer often sets up the area where he's going to record, like, he has been kidnapped by an extrajudicial law force and is at a black site somewhere. And I am glad to say that this may be his most haunted.
It's my best work yet.
It's the first one that he's ever been like, and I'm actually not going to let anyone see this. And I think that's telling, because some of the other ones have been quite rough.
There was bars behind me at one point, like actual bars with like a yellow overhead light. It looked crazy. That, if you guys are interested, it was about 1 year ago, almost exactly. So go ahead and look at those.
I liked the narrow closet years. There was a while where you were in, near as I could tell, a 3x2 closet that you had been, it looked like shoved in, like a nerd in a middle school movie.
And there was a time when I was under a bed. Just under an actual bed that was lofted over my head, and that was my desk. So really, we've been through a lot on this channel. And right now I'm not showing, I'm sparing you guys from the horror of that. But it'll be better. It'll be better, you know, in the next few weeks. When I get everything actually hung up and I sound treated and, you know, all that good stuff. So be ready.
I'm looking forward to it.
I don't like the, like, fangs coming out of the walls.
Yeah, it's gross.
Because they feel more like
teeth.
The, like, frills of a whale, like the teeth frill things.
Baleen?
Yeah. So, Michael, watch out for that.
They feel like what?
Baleens. The teeth of a whale.
The hair teeth.
That
whales used to eat a bunch of krill. Interesting.
That's what that looks like to me. I like that maneuver.
I see it. So, while you guys are talking, I need to kill these guys and get their spikes, because the weird witch gave me the quest to do that, and it is one of the most important quests in this game.
That is so funny.
What'd it give you?
I will show you. I need 2 more, I think. No, I need 12 more. But is extremely important.
I would also like to honor everybody. Not everybody gets to, and you know, this is a good thing. You don't get to get the full experience of when any of us moves and we are texting each other about what the new place is like and sending pictures. You just get the sort of parasocial friendly diet version of that. And I would like to inform you all that Spencer has never moved to an apartment that is styled in what I would describe as a normal way.
No.
Several of them don't seem to have been made, perhaps for somebody to open a deli or a similar business,
or like maybe just for storage sometimes.
Yeah, no, for sure. And this one, I'm excited for us to get the sort of download because I know very little about this place, so I'm pretty excited to get the. To see what makes this truly strange and cursed as far as places
Can I
to
tell
live
you?
go.
I'll give you a sneak preview of what makes this place strange and cursed. It is a 2-bedroom. It is labeled legally as a studio apartment because of fire code reasons.
Okay.
So we're off to a great start with that.
So what, does one of the bedrooms has no windows or something?
None of them have any none of the bedrooms have a window. We have one wall that's a door and a window on that wall, and that's it. So this is a studio apartment that has wall partitions.
At least it means,
but are not bedrooms.
It gets you better.
Are not
rent.
Bedrooms.
It gets you better.
It
rent.
Does.
So let's take it.
It's way cheaper.
So yeah, in case anybody wanted absolute vindicating proof of my comment I just made, there it is. Spencer has just admitted to the. So, Michael, it seems like you should just not kill these men and just harvest.
You have to hit them each time for them to do the spikes.
Oh.
Or else I would fully agree.
Another bad guy that it feels like the game is making you do a murder to. Where it's like,
this
you sort
this
of
place
strike
is
first a lot.
Yeah, this is a very like low aggressive area.
It's I don't know, it's part of my favorite video. I hope it's not. I assume it won't be. My favorite video game trope is you have to do this to progress the game. Wow, don't you feel bad for doing this?
Uh-huh.
Is something every time I see it, I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? What are we getting into? You think my real life doesn't have enough hard choices in it? You think like
Yeah, these things I mean the guys that are leaping at me, they've kind of gone that. Do I have enough? I do.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see what this quest gives me.
you can really tell when video games started to make the people who make the big writing decisions rich, because they started to be like, God, I mean, what are normal people never have to deal with hard choices in their day-to-day. That's what they strive and dream for. And I'm like, hey, man, fuck no. Absolutely not. Most of the choices I make are weirdly difficult and daunting. Beef is $8. I gotta think about lunch every week like it's a whole fucking decision. Oh my god.
Whoa.
She's
Back
making
up on me
upgrades to my
now.
suit. I got the drifter's cloak.
Oh, you can ride those fucking gusts
Oh,
finally?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I have a float.
Whoa!
I love that it made no visible difference.
Oh, it
Did
will kinda. Not as is, but
Like, not even a color change, guys.
yeah, it would be
Devs,
cool
we
if there's
could
a
do
little
like
design.
now it's purple, or maybe there's a little frill to it. We did nothing. All right.
But yeah, I can do this now.
That's fun. It looks silly in a way that I'm into. You look like a bell.
There's that.
Wow.
There.
Yes. So Michael, yeah. So it billows. I see. And now that you've played 40 hours of this game and a bunch of Hollow Knight, obviously, maybe nigh on a couple hundred hours, what is better?
It's hard. It's really hard to tell because they are both behemoths in their own way. Just gameplay and story. I'd say I think this game is better. I like the story of Hollow Knight more though, but the mechanics and how this game feels is better.
That's a classic, though. That is the way. They upgraded the graphics hugely, but the story got a little bit worse.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
that's every time. I feel like that happens.
Especially when it's a game that's like
I thought
really
you had
the
that.
same game again, because it's like you already told the story. You know, how can you keep that interesting? Whereas the mechanics, if you make them 10% better, it's noticeable. But the story's already been told. You're not treading any new ground making Hollow Knight 2.
Yeah, no, it is 100% its own thing.
Especially when they kind of create like over-terminate stories where it's like, oh, this is over. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we ended the story. We really did the dang thing. It's you know what it gets you is it gets you the Dark Souls 2 problem where they're like, oh, we know what people want. We'll like say, oh, it's, you know, we cycle into a new world. We'll show you that new world, and everybody's like, where's the fucking shit from the old world? Where's the first? I like the first game.
I miss it.
Where's Patches? And it's like, oh fuck, really? We're
Yeah,
there.
Patches back for number 3.
Actually, ironically, that was a bad example. I do think there is not, if memory serves, there's not a character named Patches, but Patches do be in the second game.
What I will say, this game is easier to follow the story.
There he is.
Yeah, there's the boss. Y'all knew it.
Cool design.
Oh, this is the kind of boss that I like to fight.
Yeah.
Pattern recognition. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like I have way less like, oh, I really need to stay on my toes. It's like, no.
Yeah,
I'll tell
it's
you, he does the same couple moves. You're pretty good.
pretty much. Watch your environments. Make sure you don't get swiped. It's he he looks very cool. It's not a tough fight.
Kind of giving me Iron Giant vibes with the face for some reason.
Ironically, it was giving me a boss from fucking Dark Souls 2.
Really? Which boss?
The old Duke, the big demon at the base of the place with all the Elan Knights.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can find his name really quick. My phone is gonna die.
So this is the problem I'm running into a few times now. I've tried using ability from my original playthrough that I do not have.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh,
the old Iron King in Dark Souls 2 is a lava boss that has a lot of big, I hit the right side of the field, I hit the
Yeah.
left side of the field, so it is pretty similar.
I saw a bunch of American traditional Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne tattoos
It's good.
yesterday, and I
Oh,
did
very
favorite
cool.
them. I did favorite them just in case.
I'm jealous. I need to I need to go get a tattoo time. For those of you who don't know, which is everybody, a little while ago when I was visiting Spencer, he got a tattoo while I was there, and I was like, damn, I was jealous.
I got two because if I got one, in my mind, I might have been like, I'd be like, oh well, I got the one, I don't feel like I really need it. But if I get two, then I have tattoos, but not enough for it to be like cool. So I'd have to get more tattoos. So I sort of forced myself into the position of now I need more tattoos, which I think was the right call because I do want to get more anyway. So it worked out.
Yeah, I just need to save up some money to get some.
That's definitely true.
They
Speaking
are
of, guys, go ahead and check
expensive.
out our Patreon. It's not live yet, but it will be live soon. You can go ahead and subscribe there. Pay for our tattoos.
And straight up, if you watch us routinely, drop a comment. What the hell do you want on there?
Yeah.
What do you want on there? We've been talking
We have
about
a list of stuff.
We have a
but-
list of ideas, but a lot of it is stuff that we're like, that's what I would like, but we're not. I mean, oh, that's a good question. Now, wait a minute. Do you pay for your own Patreon, or is that gauche?
It's gauche and just costs you money. Like it's you lose 30% on your payment because it goes straight to Patreon.
That's
If it was a
fine.
100% split, I'd pay for my own, but it's not. I don't want to spend money to lose money,
I guess the only time you would is if you were like, we need to have somebody on there so that other people don't think it's a scam. You'd be like,
yeah,
I guess
that bump
we'll.
the numbers.
That's really fun. One of your outputs every year is your company buys 20 subscriptions to your own Patreon just so that people think it's popular.
It's like, hey, they're already making a couple $100.
Meanwhile, you are economically ruining yourself. Why did we do this?
How did you jump up there? Oop. Was there a gust?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a gust.
It's a little hard to see for us, but not for stream, thankfully. That's why, in case anybody's wondering, by the way, why it looks like you are looking at Spencer, Michael, and I from the screen of a Game Boy. That's why. We are teeny tiny little screens that are pixelated all to hell that I have blown up real big.
Also, if you're a viewer and you know a better way for Michael to share his stream and have us live stream it on our end, let us know because we're just using Discord and Michael's sharing it to us and then we're recording it.
The answer is pay for one of a number of popular, well-known, but fairly expensive streaming platforms.
Caveat, it's got to be free. So if you know that, go ahead and hit us up with that. 'cause we're not
Alternatively,
paying for it.
get 10 friends to subscribe to the Patreon and then
Yes,
tell us
and
the
then we'll
expensive
pay.
option.
Uh-huh.
Also, I think we should start an OnlyFans instead. Spencer, we talked back and forth about it. I think it would be extremely funny.
I don't think instead. I think it needs to be different content that you only get if
That's
you're
right.
on the
That's right. That's
OnlyFans,
right. That's right.
only
You have to
on
get
the
both, and you
Patreon.
post different things. Weirdly, the only thing that the only inline things that would go on the OnlyFans is we would need to post feet pics. Otherwise, OnlyFans will kick us off, I think.
Yeah, it's part of the TOS. There's got to be feet on it.
Sorry, I have to keep my ears open for my cat because he's a terrorist. We have. I made pulled pork for dinner tonight. It is. I made it in a crock pot, which is for me the go-to method because I don't have any other way to do it. But as a result, there are a few items in the sink that I would describe as premium licking for a cat. There's some pork grease components. So Catherine and I have both been ear to the wind listening for any disturbance. I have had to run out
chomp.
and stop him 2 times already, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Benny ripped open the garbage today,
Benny.
and we got home and had to pick all that up, and that was really miserable.
Did you?
So,
did he
same thing.
eat anything suspect or?
I mean, he ate like the leftover meat on pork chop bones and
Okay.
loose cheese that got thrown away from the package. If he doesn't poop tomorrow, then I gotta bring him to the vet. But as of right now, he's fine.
And be like, hey, did he eat a cup or something?
Yeah.
Here, no, it's a cyber story. I'm gonna show you a secret really quick.
Nice.
Right through here.
Whoa. How would you
Yeah.
ever find this shit?
It's so much luck. I found most of my
Google.
I can't do anything with this though because I don't have a certain ability.
Wall
but yeah, but that'll be for later. For anyone curious about secrets, there's
Did you
so
Google
many.
all of them, Michael, or did you
No.
find them?
I've found like 90% of the secrets that I know.
Wow.
There's
never
so
found
many. It's crazy how many there are.
I am maybe the opposite of an achievement hunter.
That's so true.
And I know that that's not true for everybody in this call. It's not true for anybody in this call besides me.
Which is funny
I-
because I feel like in the world of tabletop role-playing games, you are something of a completionist, man.
Yes, I am. It's because in TTRPGs, there's no... Everything is the main story because you're telling a story about your character and your friends. So everything you're doing is part of that. When I'm playing a game and it's like, here's the main story, and there's some side stuff where you can talk to like Bojangles the Clown. I'm like, I could not care any less about Bojangles the Clown. He actually has nothing to do with the main story, and I barely have an emotional buy into this game to begin with. Let alone adding in Bojangles. I don't need them.
I get weirdly the opposite effect, which is I get annoyed at games that have a main... I can't believe this is true, but it is. I get really annoyed at games that have a main story that is too urgent. Can you fuck off with this? Like, I don't enjoy it because I'm like, I feel like I've got to be doing the main story all the time. Like when I'm playing Skyrim, I hate... This is what I have... Controversial take. I have quite a bit of beef with Skyrim. I think that the writing in that game, the gameplay, very fun, very cool. There's cool stuff in the game. Every quest is written in a way that I do not enjoy. Nothing you do matters in any of the quests. You're always just watching other people do all of the important stuff. And
This is true.
everyone's such a prick for no reason. And I've got my beef with Skyrim, but it at least... I got too caught up in the Skyrim
In the hate.
What were we talking about?
It was...
Oh, when TTRPGs
Michael?
make this story too urgent. So when you're playing Skyrim, I'm like, am I really gonna fucking go? Like, would you like to? Brynjolf's like, you look like you've never done an honest day's work in your life. And I'm like, there is a dragon eating the world, and there is a war
busy.
on. I don't have time to talk to you, Brynjolf. I need to go to the throat of the world and learn the Thum. Like, I've got shit to do. And it bothers me.
I'm gonna show another secret really
yeah,
quick.
do the Silksong.
This is open to a shop. You have to pay 30 coins to get in. Most people think, all right, I'm in. It's all good. It'd be crazy if when I exited, it would close and I had to spend another 30 coins to come back in again.
It's an entry fee.
Yep, there's an entry fee every time to come into this area.
It's like a club.
But there is a secret.
Of course.
So, you open this, and then you break the mechanic,
That's
and
so
it stays
funny.
open forever.
That's a great mechanic.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't spend 30 coins every time you want to talk to this schmuck.
But yeah, so that's my thing. Don't make your story so fucking urgent. It's just annoying. Like another really good example, Fallout 4, same problem. Fallout 4, I'm like, I want to go do a fun adventure and stop and like, do you want to help me drain this big lake? And I'm like, my son is missing. Like, it doesn't make any sense
Every
to do anything.
second counts.
It doesn't make sense to do anything other than bum rush the main story. Now, Fallout New Vegas is like, hey, a guy shot you.
Go get revenge at some point.
But, like, if you don't want to go get revenge, you can do 90% of that fucking game without going to get revenge. So it makes perfect sense for you to be like, this truck stop needs my help. Like, hell yeah, I'll get in there. I think it holds over to my DMing style, maybe more than is good, because frequently, when I am writing a quest, it starts with, this is a fully optional thing. Like, you're here and you're doing this. You could leave at any point. I wouldn't recommend it because this is what I have maps for, but it can be done. Because I can't stand the whole like, only you can do this and you have 3 months of time. He's just lazy DMing. I'm like, come on, let him play. Let them be pirates for 2 years because they all thought it would be really fun to buy a boat. Do it.
It's particularly
And it is
important to keep
fun.
that in mind for DMs that watch our show. You know, DM writers room, party makes things worse, whatever. We're making a product via podcasting. That's not the case for most tables. And I'd say, do a pretty good job, but we're still not, the creme de la creme of audio podcasting because we're not scripting stuff out. At home,
Not to say
let
that
them
any of
go
the big
play.
shows do, but you get what
No,
we're
who
saying.
knows? I certainly don't know that. At home, if your players want to do a 2-year pirate aside, let them do it. You're not going to see that in the big shows.
That's what your campaign's about now. You're running One Piece now, and just get with it. Just get with it.
That's how it goes. You're not seeing that if you're partaking in the, viewership of it, because they're like, we have hired artists to create minis. We've commissioned character portraits. We have tie-ins with brand merch. They're not going to do that. We're not going to do it because it's a less cohesive story, even besides everything else.
And if we had $1, listen, there'd be a portrait.
Yeah, so like when you're watching podcasts and they're like, you have 3 weeks to complete the quest of Cardar Thu or whatever. They're doing that because it makes it faster and more streamlined and, something you can watch. So don't get caught up in that in your home games.
Why did that bird
That's all I'm saying.
Why did that bird have more health than you?
Pretty much everything in this game has more health than me for some weird reason.
It's because you're just a little spider. You're like a lost spider child or something, if I remember the lore of this game.
Yeah,
Kidnapped, right? You got
yes,
napped?
I've been kidnapped from this area. The lore of what Hornet is very weird and very long.
Child
but
of spiders. I remember they said that.
She's child of Spider, but also child of the Pale King, making her the half sister to Ghost in Hollow Knight. Yeah, she is his half sister.
Yeah. For sure, guys.
It's very weird. I was just gonna say with this thing, if you pay the 80, it'll make a necklace that you can break later for 70.
That's fun.
Yeah, it just makes it so
Why?
you don't. It's so
it's
when
a
you die,
reserve.
yeah, exactly.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
It felt kind of like Patreon paying for your own Patreon for a
Little bit.
second. I was like, what's the point? Okay, that guy's screaming, so maybe leave him alone.
Yeah.
He was throwing bells at me.
Yeah, he's drunk. He doesn't know what
crime?
he's doing.
Is it a crime now?
Thought this was America. Thought this was Bug America.
Thought this was Bug America.
Close call. What do you guys have for dinner? Because I was eating brisket burn ends, and that was really good, but they were secondhand.
Where the hell did you get brisket burn ends where you are?
I
guess you don't have to say the name of a restaurant. I'm just really curious.
Nicole went out with her parents to some place like 30 minutes away, and they brought it back for me.
Oh, all right, that makes sense. I have not eaten dinner yet. Dinner is done as of 18 minutes ago, so I'm sure Catherine has eaten dinner. But I did the timing wrong, and I started cooking too late today. So it's crockpot thing. So I was busy at the time that it was finished. But I'm excited for it. It's pulled pork with mashed potatoes.
I had ground turkey tacos.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah, they're
Love
pretty
a
good.
That
chicken.
thing is new is uglier than hell.
She's also a little freak.
The fucking smoke came out of nowhere on that one. That was crazy.
I
Spencer
just
just dropped the
saw
elbow
it.
from the top rope, just came in, thunk. That was wild.
Do you want to know what quest she just gave me?
What is that?
She wants me to go out and murder one of everything in this game.
Whoa.
Just a little sampler.
Little Dexter
Yeah.
action.
I feel like that's sort of an end game quest. There's like 36 zones you haven't been to. I assume there's a bunch of individual enemies.
Yes. Yes. It's so that I can keep progress through the whole thing.
Does it retroactively count?
It does.
Okay, good.
37 out of 100.
Honestly,
yeah, so
pretty far.
She wants me to get 100. There's way more than 100.
Oh, okay.
There's 100 in Act 1. And then there's more afterwards, but she's only curious about the first.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the cool thing is there any that I've killed enough of? Yeah, so every time you fight something or kill something, if you kill enough, you get a little note, and the little note is Hornet's like thoughts about the creature. It's cool.
Oh.
It throws her little personality into stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah, I really like it.
No, number one, easy to kill. I've done it a bunch.
Yeah.
That's on every single one.
What's everybody drinking? Is anybody drinking anything fun? I'm drinking something slightly fun.
Schweppes Zero Sugar Ginger Ale. It's what I had in the fridge.
Oh, zero sugar Schweppes, not bad. Michael, you got anything? Or are you going dry?
Right now, all I have is some Pepsi.
Whoa.
There's a ketchup right there, so really you
God,
get a
that was
follow-up
dark.
option.
This is true. So it's ketchup, but it's more than ketchup.
It's not jalapeno ketchup.
This is jalapeno ketchup.
I bet it's good.
Never mind, I take it
No.
back.
Now I do have a follow-up question, which is what the fuck is it doing on your computer desk? That's a sort of chestnut I've got for you.
Hey, when life wants you to have a little shot of jalapeno ketchup instead of
You know who
Oh, is it for our challenges? Is that why you have
Maybe.
jalapeno ketchup?
who the fuck am I?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Shots?
Rotten Tomato is one of the we replaced
Delicious.
onion with ancient molded over tomatoes. A powerful choice.
Yep.
I have diet cream soda, and as a mix-in today, it came up on. It's a drink I had heard about a number of times, and I was in a liquor store to buy white wine for a recipe, because for the record, not big into the swigs, which is why every time we get take a drink of your beer on stream for one of our wheel shows, I'm immediately dreadful. I'm immediately like, oh no.
It happens so much too. It happens a statistically anomalous amount of
A
times.
statistically anomalous number of times. And so I bought, because I'd heard about it so much, but I'd never had it before, I bought peppermint schnapps. So I've got, there's some peppermint in there. I would say if you like peppermint, get in there. If you like peppermint and you're over the age of 21, get in there. If you don't like peppermint, turn around, leave.
Don't do
It was, I assumed it would be like, ooh, a touch of peppermint. How fun, how refreshing. Instead, it's you got run over by a peppermint car, and then the driver threw it in reverse and backed over you a few times. Like, it's a very different build than what I was suspecting.
Very Christmassy of an option for what is the Halloween season in my mind.
It was totally spur of the moment. I just looked over and saw it, and I had just watched a movie where people were drinking peppermint schnapps, and I've heard about it a bunch before, and I was like, let's try something new. And so I did, and there you go. I mean, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I like it.
Alcohol here, I only have my leftover beer. Like the one can that I haven't finished from our other streams. And I had a pretty bad headache earlier today, and I always get headaches when I drink, so I'm trying not to drink that today. So Schweppes it is.
I do too. I bought the smallest bottle I could, and I tried it, and I was like, that's great. And it does give me a headache like everything else does. So now I'm like, all right, well, let's finish this up. Like, let's get her done with.
In other news from my life, I just officiated my second wedding yesterday.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
In case anybody was wondering what kind of friend Spencer is, it's the kind where he tells you maybe 1% of what is going on with him on any given moment.
Gotta keep you guessing. It's so that way when we talk, like me and anybody, I have stuff to talk about in person that I haven't already, kept you abreast of. Yeah, it was for my great aunt. She is, I think, like 83.
Wait.
Yes. I want to say that's right.
Can I mean, sick, but what?
Yeah, no, they met in their assisted living facility.
Hysterical.
They fell in love, and now they want to get married, so I did it for them. I officiated.
That's good. Hey, listen, love at any age, man. Get in there.
And for everybody at home who's wondering, Spencer, how did you become an officiant? What's that process like? Google become an officiant, and then you fill out a form that takes maybe 30 seconds, and then you're just a minister. That's all it takes.
My mom used to watch, for those of you who are unaware, my mom is a librarian, and so she would watch the craziest shit because she would just bring home stuff from the library. And the result is she would get into, like, she would never have put it this way, but it was objectively true that she would, like, get really into a genre of movie. And, like, there was a while where she was on a kick of, like, old people romance. She was in deep to, like, oh, it's too... A lot of them, I'll say it's odd. For some reason, a lot of them are old British people on vacation in, like, India. And they meet there and go through, like, a life-changing experience. There's a lot. And you've brought me back to that in a moment.
Mm-hmm. It was a beautiful ceremony. It was a party of 20 that were there. And I did drink a few drinks afterwards, and then I got a headache. And that's why I remember... And that's why I brought it up, because I got a headache from drinking.
Now, I do have to say, kind of a low turnout for an 85-year-old person's wedding. 20 people? You'd think that it would be, like, the whole web... Although I guess, that's under the... I guess you would assume, but I don't know. A lot of people... I had one of my uncles got married a little while ago, and I found out about it, like, way after the fact, and I was like, what the hell? I didn't get... And then I found out there was 5 people in attendance at his wedding, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. That was like me and Nicole. We had very few people. I think we topped out at around 25. Was our guest list.
I remember
we just
it well.
rented out the back of a bar.
Yeah,
in
you were just
Manhattan.
you were unregistered in a park. Another group did show up, and I had to just pretend like everything was super normal with your dad. It was just me and your dad being like, "Yeah, no, I'm so sorry, but I mean, you can check
Run
the
it out.
space if you want. I'm sure there's some other areas here." And then they just walked away, and I was like, "Thank God, this we
Mhm.
had no basis."
Luckily, we were set up before they got there.
I also got
Very
to
lucky.
experience the great joy of interacting with Spencer and Michael's family. For those of you watching, in case you were curious, which is I arrived. As far as I'm concerned, I arrived at the time that I was told to arrive, and was there an hour and 20 minutes before anyone else was there. I was just
Yeah.
sitting in the park in a suit, and people were just looking at me in a suit, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, what's
You
up?
having a good day? That's great."
That's the good thing about Manhattan, because it's like you're in a suit, but you're maybe like the 14th most weird thing they saw in that park that day.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
pretty low chance that you even register on any level. You can just kind of skim in a way that is pretty touching. There was recently a whole thing about how not a whole thing. There was like an interview somebody did with one of the big like D&D people. I think it was like Brennan Lee Mulligan, who was talking about New York City and what's good about being there. And his big thing was he was like, it's just so humbling because you are one of 20 billion people all next to each other, and every conversation you overhear is more important than anything you've done that day. So it's a good reminder that like you're not the main character of life. And sometimes you hear people and you're like, today's about them. This is today's
This is
about
theirs.
everything I do today. I need to not make any waves today because this is their day. Like they've got some shit going on today. And I think about you've called that to my mind.
It was so fun to be there, mostly because it was just like in a city of millions, I would still see the same like 40 people on an average commute because we get on the subway at the same time to go to the same places week by week. And like you'd see them somewhere else and it's like that's what are the odds that I would see that person that I commuted with, you know, uptown in lower Manhattan at some point.
Well, that's funny.
That enemy
Pretty
seems like
low.
it sucks to fight.
It's so annoying. It takes so long.
Very boring, the scissor. Where it's just like, God damn it, stop it.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of one of the enemies in oh god, definitely not Bloodborne. What's the Bloodborne 2D church themed one of these? I talked about it the other week. Blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemous. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blasphemous has
Yeah.
a nearly identical bad guy that's just carrying a big statue. That is
Really?
not my favorite. Yeah.
So what I'm doing here is fully optional, but it leads to something really, really good that I would very much like.
I need you to know, Michael, it objectively looks like you jumped into that harpoon on purpose. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was deeply funny. So, Spencer, do you have any other great loves about city living? I interrupted you a little bit. I was perplexed by how annoying it looked to fight these scissor men.
I like that I could get anything. I could go anywhere that mattered within 30 minutes tops. I could be anywhere that I needed to be.
I can only describe. I had never really done a lot of public transit until I occasionally would come and hang out with you, and it always felt. It never felt difficult, but it felt so fucking haphazard, and that really surprised me. It's not like. Because in my head, I'd be like, oh, well, you know, the third thing is always the right thing. And if you go to this one, Spencer's like, no, two of them go there. The third one doesn't.
It stops and then goes to the left.
Are they in sequence? No, it's different every day. I tried looking it up. It's not worth it. Just wait and pay attention for 4 hours. You're like, what?
Yeah. Really, the big problems were going from express to like the typical route
Untrackable.
to local was it's like on the weekends, yeah, we change it or we get rid of these two lines, and then it's like, okay, what? So I have to just I'm just gonna miss the stop I'm supposed to be at on this weekend commute, and they're like, yeah. So I just have to walk several blocks from the next stop to get to where I meant to be. And they're like, yeah, when? Some weekends. Oh, yeah, cool. What time? About 7:30 to noon. Why? What do you mean?
You explained it all to
Wild.
me. We went on several trips. I navigated them all fine, and then I took my first one solo and immediately got lost and went the wrong way, and I had to had to just go to look to the person next to me and go. It was a very funny conversation. I just went, "Are we going south?" And he went, "Yeah." And I went, "What do I do if I want to go north?" And he was like, "Oh," and explained everything I had to do at the next stop to me. And I will say that was a very that was the kind of experience that you feel like when people tell you, you're like, bullshit, that happens. I was like, no, that happened. He was immediately like, here's what you're going to want to do. And like pointed at the thing. And I was like, damn,
Nice.
he was in right away.
I did it a bunch. I went the wrong direction at least once a month. Just being like, yeah, I know where I'm going. I don't.
Sorry.
Here's the download.
If I may, so what I just got is a crest that changes up your combat. Most importantly, so there are 7 crests in the game. Well, I just got, you know how my pogo is that diagonal down attack?
Yes.
It no longer is. Now it's just a normal down swipe.
Oh, you were saying that before.
Is this the like Hollow Knight hack thing? Is this the combat thing that just turns the game into Hollow Knight?
No, that's the Wanderer's crest. Which is all right. The damage is a little low on it, but it's quicker.
Why would you do that? You told me about it, and I was thinking about it after we hung up, and I was like, isn't the whole point of playing a new game to play a new fucking game? Like, what do you...
Yeah, I think so. One of my favorite things, I get a new dash attack. It's that.
Ooh.
Guild uppercut.
That's fun.
Good for maneuvering, too. Put you out of the way.
The other cool thing with this, whenever I go to heal, it gives me a buff where every time I hit someone, silk gets dropped out, so I can try and heal even more.
Oh, that's fun. Very Bloodborne coded.
Yes. But yeah, now I have that new pogo that I love very much. I think this is the best crest in the game.
Nice.
Michael, you're an Elden Ring truther, right? You think that's the best Soulsborne?
I think so. I think you make an argument for like Dark Souls 3 being the best.
Okay. Ethan?
Oh, God.
I
All
am
the nerds
also
are gonna get really mad at you no matter what you say.
I'm boss.
Ooh, more Wang. How about less Wang?
Okay, I'm gonna do it the most annoying way. I'm gonna give 3 answers.
Oh.
Elden Ring is the most put together. It's the first one. All the other games, in my opinion, and people can get heated about this, all the other games feel fundamentally like somebody took a game that was 10 months through an 11-month creation and went, this is great. Because
we don't need to polish this at all.
Every one of those games has big chunks where you're like, what the fuck? It looks like everybody just went home one day and the next day they moved on to the next to-do list and just didn't polish off the last few things on this. So Elden Ring to me is the most polished. It's the one where I'm the most like, all right, wow, like whole thing. Notice I did not say favorite. I think Bloodborne for me is the coolest by 3 million miles. And Dark Souls 3 is probably my the one that I like playing the most. It's the one I've beaten it the most. Dark Souls 3. I do want to say Dark Souls 2 is a weird one for me because Dark Souls 2 was my first Dark Souls game. I played it before any of the others. And I'm a pretty big Dark Souls 2 fan. I think the story's neat. I know what happened in it. It's pretty cool. Like the giant soul thing is weird, but like once you figure it out, you feel smart for figuring it out. And I know other Dark Souls 2 fans that insist that the game is good, and that is not my angle. I'm like, no, it's one that I like a lot, and the story is fun. That game, every boss in that game is the dumbest bullshit in the universe. It's crazy. So I would say here, let me give you the, I guess my go-to, I would probably say Bloodborne. The dodging is the best. the story's the best, the look is the coolest, I would probably say.
It's Bloodborne for me, guys. It's always going to be Bloodborne.
Yeah.
The vibes, the game could be way, way worse, and it would still be my favorite because it's just sick as hell.
I know, it's funny, we're finally playing Blades in the Dark, which is very kind of Bloodborne inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of, I would say,
Yay.
I was thinking about our D100 system from our other stream a lot. Michael, what is it? Get it out there.
I need you guys to know that boss first playthrough took me like 15 or 20 tries.
You ate that
That was
up.
number one.
Yeah. Now I have just drilled this game into my brain. I know all the attack patterns now.
Damn.
This boss sucked because he was the first one where everything he did does double damage, and he's a little on the quicker side.
Oh.
But so doing him first try, that felt nice. I just want
Yeah,
to
you
say
got that
that.
easy.
Go ahead and say you're gonna say this room's weird. I want you guys to see it.
No, you're good. I don't know. We were talking about Bloodborne, and I was saying that we are finally playing Blades in the Dark, which is kind of Bloodborne coded and inspired, and it's just interesting that that's a game that we all really enjoy. I think The Tower, which is our D100 system. Go watch our other shows. You know, watch DM Writers Room. We came up with it live. It's like a Call of Cthulhu D100 horror system that's a little bit different. I do think The Tower is to Call of Cthulhu what Bloodborne is to the rest of Dark Souls in a very real way. I can't explain why that's true, but in my head it is, as the person who's been writing paragraphs of rules nonsense for like a month.
It's just so fun. It feels right for them to be there and for that to be happening. Like, it's novel. Ooh. Cutscene.
Little cutscene.
Oh, this is dark.
Leave those guys alone.
Oh, but it's spiderweb.
Oh, it's a spider.
Very you'll float too feel.
Yeah.
Looking up is fun.
More secrets. We will never be able to experience this. In this game, if you rest and then like this is your like I just beat that boss. All right, I'll quit out for the game right now. If you get here and then shut the game off, the next time you jump in, Hornet will be like strung up there with everyone else, and you have to break free.
That's crazy.
It's super creepy.
It's dark.
Very. It's such a cool thing that like only some people get to see, and it is creepy.
Ethan, how's your reading journey been going?
It was going very strong, and then I bit off way more than I could chew. I picked a really big book up, and I was like, "Oh, I got this," and it took me super long to get halfway through it. So I'm just now moving on. You know what I mean? I was going to read Warbreaker, and now I'm reading a different book about a guy hunting a tiger. The tiger hunting book is cool. It's because the tiger's a murderer, which is this is a true story. This is a nonfiction book. I guess when a tiger's a murderer, it's like when a guy's a murderer. Like, it's a big problem they solve. I don't know why I wouldn't have thought. I would have thought if a tiger killed a guy, you'd be like, why did you go near tigers,
animal.
brother? Like, what are you doing
happens.
out there? But I guess when a tiger starts to kill a guy, they might continue to kill guys.
It's like that SeaWorld killer whale that killed like 90% of the trainers that were killed by killer whales.
Just this one deadly hateful
It's like, no,
whale.
he's crazy. Typically, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, so...
Also, secret right here.
Nice.
Straight in.
So yeah, I'm reading that right now, which is kind of slow because we're in the semester.
I'm not gonna do that right now, though.
Busy.
I am on the third book of Stormlight Archives as a reread.
Nice.
I'm an Oathbringer.
Oathbreaker.
What
Oathbreaker.
is out of
Is
the
it
three? What's your
Oathbreaker?
I
favorite?
thought it was... Isn't it?
So far, it's gotta be Words of Radiance. And I think that that's going to be true even after I finish my reread. There's a chance that the current book that I'm on, whatever its name is going to beat it, but I think that it's Words of Radiance.
Words of Radiance is the second book?
The second book.
Spencer, you're right.
Yeah! No, the second
Way
book
of Kings,
is my
Words
favorite.
of Radiance, Oathbringer, Rhythm of War, Knights of Wind and Truth. Sorry, Wind and Truth.
Wind and Truth. I like the second book because there's a section where they're doing a duel, gladiator style, and then a character jumps in, and
Yeah.
it's really fucking cool. And that scene carries the rest, no matter what the rest of the book was.
I'm in a really weird spot with that. I didn't think it was, but I read Wind and Truth pretty much right after it came out, and I ran through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I finished it, Words of Radiance and Wind and Truth are tied for me for number one. Those are my two favorites. And then it's Oathbringer, and then Oathbringer, Way of Kings, and Rhythm of War, I feel kind of the same about. I think all three of those are fantastic books that are just under those two.
Yeah.
I didn't know until after that Wind and Truth was like much maligned.
Not universally, it is widely panned. I had some misgivings about it, but that's why I'm rereading right now straight through. So I can be like, now that I've read it all, I'm going to reread and see how I actually feel about it when I'm not turning pages constantly to rip through the book.
When Rhythm of War came out, I thought it was as good as the other ones I read. I thought it was good. And then when I got online, I wasn't surprised that people had the opinions they did. I'm going to get a little controversial here because every opinion I basically heard was, why are the girls in this book so much? And I was like, yeah, it seems like that would be your opinion, Reddit user 42039. That seems right. And for Wind and Truth for me, I guess I'll give my opinion. I'm not gonna this is a spoiler-free review of I guess it's a review of the other review. Spencer, I'm curious to hear your take. Every Wind and Truth complaint I heard sounded identical, and it was, why didn't this book in the middle of a series explain everything in the series? And I was like, you're an idiot. That's why. Because that would be stupid.
Why
was there a slow part in a 1,000-page book? It's a 1,000-page book, man. There's going to be slow parts.
The problem I had with it was a characterization problem that's hard to really pin down, especially as a spoiler-free review. One of the main characters, I'll say the name, Kaladin, I feel the character growth and change wasn't necessarily warranted throughout the last book leading into Wind and Truth, and then into Wind and Truth, I was like, this character feels wildly different from Rhythm of War to this book. And then throughout, I was like, now this makes sense. As the character grows within the story, it's fine. That shift between the two books, I was like, the vibe is off. The vibe is weird, and it doesn't feel the same, and I didn't like that.
I wonder what it'll be like if you going from one right to the next. I wonder if that feeling won't be there for you.
Yeah. Because I was like, something about this is just rubbing me weird.
Let me say, maybe it's the opposite. Did you read it right before the last time? Did you read the whole series to read the Wind and Truth?
I think that I only read the series once, and I think that it was like a year later that I got to Wind and Truth after Rhythm of War.
Because I was curious.
So it was fairly recent, but it was a year.
No, not recent at all. I was gonna say, I was wondering if you had done it right after last time. I was like, I wonder if that's the problem because they returned to it later. I don't know. That was one that I thought was just. I often think people are harsh about weird things in books. I don't know what that is.
It's crazy because it's like I couldn't write 10,000 pages of book and keep it cohesive and make it work 100% of the time. Nobody could. So of course there's sections that aren't going to work for everybody. It's just how it goes. A lot of the complaints on Wind and Truth I think are a bunch of basement dwellers that are complaining about stuff that's stupid.
You know what the problem is? We talk about this a lot here at the house. If you like something, you don't talk about it.
No.
You don't go online and talk about something
You
if
go,
it's just fun.
"That was good."
You go like, whoa,
Mhm.
that was really fun. The average person does not leave 5-star reviews. They're too busy enjoying the 5-star item, and then they never review it. And I think that's a shame. I try to be motivated mostly by Catherine. Catherine is a 3-star like advocate. She's like, if you had an average time, you had a 3-star time. If you go out to eat and it's good, that's 3 stars. That's not 5 stars. 5 stars is, this was a blemishless, perfect experience that I would do again and again for a good price. I've been to 2 5-star experiences in my life. Like that is a rare and difficult thing. A great experience is 4 stars. If I go and I ordered the food and the price was normal and then the food is normal, that's 3 stars. That's not 5 stars. That's 3 stars.
I think my rating, a great experience is 5. If I leave and I'm like, that was great, I don't give a fuck if it was blemishless. That's 5 stars, baby. I loved it. That's 5. And that's right. That's where I land.
I'm not as committed to it, but what I do hate is you have to leave 5 stars because it's a business. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like,
No.
That's not true.
No.
Yeah.
I will say this. If I'm not dropping 5 and I'm not dropping 1, I'm not leaving a review.
Oh, there you go. That's fair.
That's my rule. If I had a 1-star experience, your place should be shut down by the Better Business Bureau. Because it is so rare for me to have such a miserable time that it's a 1. So that's my rule.
Sorry,
That's a fair rule.
a motorcycle just went by blasting something, and I couldn't catch what it was.
Nice.
It sounded like Miley Cyrus, but I am not sure.
I love that.
That was
I hope
wild.
so.
Getting in there. Whoa.
That guy's gonna drop a lot of beads.
I don't think so.
At least 15.
Do I beat him?
I don't know what a lot of beads would be, so unfortunately...
There's 12.
I cannot weigh in well, at least easily.
He's still going. Jesus.
Yeah, for me, I'll give the 1 to 5 star for me. 1 star is I would not go again, and I would tell other people not to go here. 2 stars is this was not for me. This is not for me in a like.
It is probably not for anybody.
And I'm pretty sure it's not for anybody, but I could see somebody else being like, maybe. 3 stars is either normal or I did not like what I got here, but I don't think it was made bad. I just didn't like it.
It's not. I don't. It's not
Like,
very good.
so you get 3 stars because I'm like, I'm not a good judge of this. 4 stars
I got
is
like,
go ahead.
60 beads.
yeah, right around there.
4 stars is I had a good time. This is good. This is good value. It was great.
It was good.
That was good. 5 stars is I'm going to tell 10 people to come here. So 1 and 5, 1 star is I'm going to tell other people not to come. 5 is I'm going to tell other people to come here. 2 and
It's
4
talk aboutable.
2 and 4 is this was good or bad, and 3 is I'm largely neutral or I feel like this just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I do think I leave 1s and 5s. I don't think I ever leave. I can't recall leaving a 3-star review because you don't think about it when you get in the car after a 3-star meal. You're not thinking about it.
And
No,
I
it's
get
like,
annoyed when I see 4-star reviews. I've never talked about this, I think, to anybody really. It's just personal. When I see a 4-star review, and am I choppy?
Everything's choppy.
Strange. When I see a 4-star review on Yelp and they're like, great experience, and they say nothing else, I'm like, fuck you. 4 stars and you say great experience, you're not gonna say what dropped the star. You're a loser. You suck, and I hate you. Your Yelp account should be deleted. Great. I loved it. Melissa was a great server. And then what? What was missing?
What
Mhm.
I can tell you, 99.9% of my 4-star reviews that I would have left would be the food was good, the prices were fine. I waited so long. I waited an hour and a half. The food was good, everything was great. I waited so long that you wouldn't you the reader, you would have left. You would have gone up and asked, "Hey, did you forget my order?" Like that's my go-to.
I can get
4-star.
behind that. I can get behind this was great except for the wait, 4 stars. That's the only 4-star I could accept. From me. Like, it's the only one that I would ever leave. Because
Really?
it happens a lot.
I guess for me it's the classic triangle. It's either it was cheap, it was fast, it was pretty good, but like not great, is 4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
It was expensive, but it was fast and good, 4 stars. And it was great, and it was a good price, but it was slow as shit, is another. For me, that's like the trifecta. That's like the 4-star class.
It's true. I just wouldn't leave a review.
Me either. I don't think anybody does. I'm concerned
and
about
that's
the
what
people.
I mean. It's the annoying part.
I'm concerned about anybody who leaves a 2-star Amazon review. Actually,
crazy.
I have the biggest bone to pick. You know what review I hate more than anything? A 1-star review on Amazon or Target or Walmart that says, I didn't get my package.
Oh, miserable.
What the fuck are you doing here? This isn't where that goes.
Nope.
That's not a product review. That's a complaint. What are you doing here?
That didn't work or doesn't fit the thing that I needed it to fit. Those aren't 1-star problems. Doesn't work is because you're an idiot, almost guaranteed. You just don't know how to use the thing you got. Doesn't fit the thing that I wanted it to fit into. Look at it. Look at the specs. Don't leave a 1-star review because it doesn't work because you thought it might work. That's not the thing's problem. That's your problem. I hate
now
it.
I'll say if it said it would fit this and
specifically,
then
that's when you can hit it. But then if I look at another comment and it's like it did it perfectly for that thing that other guy said didn't work, I just think that guy's an idiot and just doesn't know how to do it. And it's like, again, we're back to user error. That's not a 1-star reviewable thing.
The problem is it's user error.
So if there's another person
all the
says
way
it
down.
works, it's always user error. It's like, I can do it. All right, moron. I don't care.
I had to leave. I had the worst one of these in a while. I have left one 2-star review ever. I'm thinking about it now. I left a 2-star review on Etsy for some coasters. I bought some coasters for somebody for a holiday, and they were like, in the picture they were like golden green Art Deco, and then I got there and they were a completely different shade. They were screen printed on with like epoxy resin with shit in the resin, like there was a bunch of hairs and dirt and like little particulates, and then the bottom was just the like raw wood bulk coasters they bought. And so I left a 2-star review and I was like, this doesn't not look like, the picture is deceiving, this doesn't not look like it, but the description doesn't give you a lot of information. This is definitely not what I imagined. And the guy messaged me and he was like, can I give you something for free to change your review? And I messaged him back and I was like, I don't want anything else, man.
It's bad. It was bad.
That was uncomfortable. I felt so bad emailing him back to be like, make a better coaster. That's my answer.
I was just gonna say we are walking into another boss here.
Hey, good time.
I thought you said the bosses were few and far between. You fought a boss every 2 minutes.
I'm speeding through this.
The worst experience I ever had on Etsy was for Ethan's Christmas gift about 6 years ago. I ordered a DM screen that was like going to be custom, and it had his name and a quote and like a dice tower attached and stuff, and it never showed up, and I paid like $50 for it, and I was like, damn, that really should be showing up.
That sucks.
And I messaged them and they didn't respond for a while, and I messaged Etsy support and they didn't respond for a while, and I messaged that person again and I was like, hey, still waiting on this, and they were like, I'm sorry, I live in Ukraine.
No.
And it was like just after like an invasion kicked off, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, that
so
sucks.
I couldn't be like, can I have my $50 back? Like, I could have, but I felt like a real asshole, so I was like, oh, okay. Good luck out there. Like, I didn't know what to say. So I never got the item and I never got a refund, and I was like, damn. That's just, I'm just cooked on that one. Sorry.
Yeah. Nothing you do.
R.I.P. Ethan's Christmas gift. Sorry.
I can't believe that. It is very funny to be Spencer having I've just Putin ruined Christmas.
Yeah, literally.
So funny. It's terrible. It's terrible, but there's a deep comedy in the Putin ruined Christmas of it all.
Yeah.
Putin
Yeah,
is
I
the
felt so
Grinch.
bad.
That's why,
How
yeah, because
close
you
do you
really
think you were?
can't message. You guess.
Probably like 10
Can I
more
my money
hits.
back? I'm fleeing the country. $50, please.
So funny. That's
Yeah.
dark. That's dark.
So I haven't really bought anything on Etsy in a while. About the last 6 years specifically.
Oh my god, I'm still. I check that place regularly. The AI swamp over there is kooky. It is tough to navigate these days.
I bet.
That and Google image search. I try and Google like character inspiration for D&D where I'm like, oh, I want a knight with blue armor and long hair. So I'll try and find, old knight art. And Google's like, do you want to see 16,000 AI generated images of a guy in blue armor? No, I don't. I don't want to see that. Can I please see art?
Can I tell
Google
you
says no.
The weirdest thing about it to me, that art, the AI art that you see, especially for like D&D fantasy reference, everyone is so jacked.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Everybody is played by Chris Hemsworth. Everybody's like huge with like perfect.
Rob Liefeld.
Yeah,
made
Rob
that
Liefeld for
shit,
sure.
Yeah.
It's really strange. Whatever model they use to train that stuff, it's pretty. I don't know, man.
And it sucks because most of the time my characters aren't yoked up to all hell. It's like I'm a weird priest.
To people now and in the
You see
future,
a weird priest.
Spencer loves to play a very skinny occult person, or an old man, or or somebody that is between someone of retirement age, and that is Spencer's two absolute favorite characters.
And the third is a guy who's yoked to all hell and can whoop some ass. Those are the three characters I'll play.
That's from my perspective. That seems to you to have been a young man's game. You're pretty dedicated to the old heads these days.
Yeah. No, Harold was my most recent. He's yoked as all hell. But that's for mini campaign.
Sorry, I forgot the most important paradigm of character: a charming fop.
Charming fop is
a
big.
charming
That's
fop.
typically that's the scraggly guy a lot of the time.
The problem is Spencer knows for a fact and is correct that he should have been born at a time where being a charming fop was your job.
Yeah,
and everything would have been fine.
But I can't do that.
But instead, Spencer needs to apply to a job at like a department. And he needs to be like, "Come on,
can you hire me on to like hang out in the office? Anybody hiring a dude who's just kind of chill?" The answer's no.
Why a jaunty hat is not one of the things you need? Just a guy to be around and like a fun shirt. Come on.
You guys mind if a white boy be's a little foppish? And the answer's always yes. They do mind. They don't want that.
But the deep comedy of this, knowing the people you've worked for and the way that your work has always been reviewed, it does tend to break down loosely to he's fun to have around.
Pleasure to have in class is sort of the epitaph.
I specifically remember we had the same job in college, and this is gonna. I am not bitter
You did
about
the work.
this, and I did the work. So Spencer and I were in the same department together, and I did 100% of the work of our department, and then Spencer was just cool to have around. And can I tell you something? I think we contributed the same amount to the success of that business. I think we
had to keep it moving.
I think we kept the same. Especially when we were both working for the theater, because like I could get shit done, but getting things done, for the record, to anybody out there looking for a job, if you become the person that gets things done, a large company of people are not going to like you, and it's the people who don't do anything and are trying to hide that. Make friends with people like Spencer, who don't do anything and are like, no, I don't do anything here. It's awesome.
I'm not lying about it.
But so anywho, in the college theater, it was a lot of like working very hard to make things happen, and then Spencer keeping it light. And I remember the like 2 shows you couldn't do, and it was so miserable because there was no one there to keep it light. Like it's an important
the vibe
part.
checker is an integral role, and I think a lot of businesses don't don't understand that.
People talk about a personality hire like it's a bad thing. I think a personality hire is more important than a CEO trackably. And in our company, Spencer is
Both.
both the personality hire and the CEO and the guy who does do all of the editing. So you're really wearing all three hats right now.
Yeah, but only the personality hire part is the thing that's natural to me. So once I can just do that, I'll be happy.
That's right. The other things take arduous study and practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Spencer's gonna write the equivalent of the Book of Five Rings, but for
The Book of Three Hats.
But for exactly. But for just keeping it all up in the air. Sorry.
So
the Book of Three Hats does need to be a book you need to write now. I know you were kidding when you said it, but that's really funny.
But no, I have to read the Book of Five Rings first so I can get all the references, unfortunately.
It's a book about beating people up. Like, it's a fighting book. I don't know what you're gonna
Can
get.
I put that at the start of the Book of Three Hats? Is before you start reading this, you have to read the Book of Five Rings, and then never reference the Book of Five Rings.
That would be really funny. It's one of my favorite. I got interested in the Book of Five Rings a little while ago because I was reading the manga Vagabond, which is about Miyamoto and Musashi, and I was like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. And I had heard people, especially online, talking about it like it was a philosophy book, like it was some stoic tome. And I thumbed through it. Granted, I only thumbed through it because when I thumbed through it, it was like, keep your shoulders squared when you stab a guy to death with a sword. I was like, thank you so much, Miyamoto. I actually
now, how do I apply this to the stock exchange?
I actually don't need to know this. Like, this is not super germane to my whole shit.
Not gonna come up. Now, boys, unfortunately, I do have to leave at 9 today, which is in 1 minute. But Michael, do you have like a boss attempt coming up right now?
No, this right here is a pretty good spot. We get a new ability here.
Yay! Let's see what it is. I'm gonna guess double strike.
Okay.
Oh, you got clay grip.
It's our wall jump ability.
Yeah, well, you can go do that secret.
It's wall jump so big.
I want a double strike.
An excerpt that is within the first few pages of the Book of Five Rings. Warriors, both commanders and troopers, carry two swords at their belt. In olden times, these were called the long sword and the sword. Nowadays, they are known as the sword and the companion sword. Let it suffice to say that in our land, whatever the reason, a warrior carries two swords at his belt. It is the way of the warrior. Nido Ichiryu shows the advantages of using both swords. Like, it's just instruction manual on how to do sword stuff. And
That's
people,
so
and
funny.
Joe Rogan on his podcast is always like, I read this book, and I'm like, did you read it? You read about battle tactics?
You read it? And the two sword thing is really about always having a backup on. No, it's not. It's about having two swords.
It's like when
That's
you
what
read
it's about.
lists that are like, what are some good books on starting a company? And they're like, read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and it's like, divide the enemy's cavalry into two groups. And I'm like, hey guys, this is pretty different. I don't think this applies.
Make sure you keep your troops fed. Okay.
And
What?
people constantly, the business boys try to be like, well, you keeping your troops fed, and I'm like, you're a moron. Like,
It's never that, guys. This is about warfare. It's very specific.
all right. Well,
It's
so it
so
sounds
dumb.
like it's time for us to call
That's
things
it.
to a slightly unceremonious end.
Yeah, here I'm just seeing if there's a good spot for me to, like a bench or something.
I believe
To rest.
right up here,
Yeah,
right up here. I can smell it.
no, that's
The
where I
wall jump
came from.
really makes things easier, huh?
So much.
It's crazy.
Wall jump and double jump are massive. It's right
Down and then
here.
over.
Yeah.
The Bellert.
Oh yeah, because you have to get to a save.
I like that we all did sort of an opposite aesthetic. Me and Michael went pure black, and Ethan went tie-dye I am Knuff, and I think that that's fun.
Oh yeah,
It
we're
is.
rocking. I was really
Quick
trying
question.
to pitch my dad on watching the Barbie movie a little while ago, and it was an uphill battle. But I think
He wouldn't do it. He's missing
he
out.
will at some point. It's just it's hard to sell people on it. who aren't ingrained to naturally want to go see the Barbie movie.
I went like day one.
I know we both.
Yeah, same.
A lot of them were like, "This looks like it's going to be funny." It's hard to be like, "It's a beautiful story about learning to love yourself regardless of who you are," and they're like, "But it seems weird," and I'm like, "No, it is weird. It's weird for
No,
real,
yeah,
but
it's
go
weird,
see it."
But think about how funny it is. All right.
All right.
This was you were gonna have. I think you had a question, maybe.
It was a tech question, so it's unimportant. We can do it after we're off.
Oh, gotcha.
Sounds good. Yeah, that'll do it for today. I don't know if we'll come back to this next week, or might go back to Terraria. It either sounds amazing to me, or there might be a new game. Who knows? I know Ethan has been playing Borderlands, and that is co-op.
Yeah, that is fun. I would need to talk about a tech question. I bought it for the PlayStation, not even thinking twice about it.
Oh, I don't know if it's cross-platform. That I have no idea about.
Yeah,
we can look into it though.
I can bug around.
Yeah,
Far
but
more
yeah,
than the issue of cross-platform. It is also full price, which is, I would say, a more damning.
Yeah.
Far
It
more.
is pricey.
Full cross-platform multiplayer at launch for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
Very nice. Yeah, that's very cool, but it's also not very cool that it's $70.
No.
Yeah, it's a full price here. All right,
Yeah.
take us away.
Yeah, that will do it for tonight though. Thank you for hanging out. It was nice. I got through 2 bosses there. And got some nice upgrades. Burning through this right now. It's very interesting seeing this on a second playthrough. What you don't need to explore if you're trying to just get through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And the mechanics. I have, like you said, 41 hours. A lot of this game is drilled into me now. But yeah, I hope everyone had a great time. I love this game. I think the whole world loves this game. It's a cool game. And if you like your stuff, catch us on our other streams, our YouTube, our Instagram, our TikTok, all that stuff. Stay tuned and you can see our schedule. But till then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, everything. We'll see you there.
Peace out.
Bye.